He's got to get a little bail.
Oh yeah, this is the guy right here that said that if they ask us to leave, then you have to leave. And he said that we can't record in the post
Y'all can say, "Oh, you're on gang file."
I don't have access.
So who has access?
I do.
Can you run it?
I don't want to.
Oh, see, that's the bullshit. See, because you just profiled me saying I'm a Main Streeter.
So why are you asking for my ID then?
Because you're not answering me, and when you're not answering me.
What happens when government officials demand compliance without clearly explaining the law? In today's episode of Tyrant Cop Files, you'll witness 3 separate encounters that raise serious questions about First Amendment rights, ID refusal, reasonable suspicion, and police accountability. First, a citizen faces threats of trespass while standing on what appears to be public property. Next, a man parked in his own driveway is questioned, detained, and accused of conduct he insists is lawful. Finally, an officer suggests that refusing to answer questions is suspicious enough to justify demanding identification. Were these lawful investigations, misunderstandings of policy, or violations of constitutional protections? Stay with us as we break down the facts, the law, and the key moments that changed each encounter. If you value constitutional rights and objective legal analysis, subscribe to Tyrant Cop Files. And please support the original creators whose footage made this discussion possible.
Oh, you did?
And you look familiar, so.
Oh, I know who that was. I know who that was. It wasn't me, though.
Oh, enough of a little thing.
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how you guys doing?
Good. All right. How are you?
Okay.
So, who's holding it down? Oh, right. Okay. Fellas. Yeah. You're fine to film. Ask whatever questions you want. But this is the lieutenant's spot. This is state property. He just wants you to go to the sidewalk and do all your stuff from out there, okay?
In February 2022, outside Colorado's Denver Reception and Diagnostic Center, a First Amendment auditor arrived to document conditions surrounding mass incarceration and public access rights. What began as a peaceful recording session quickly escalated when corrections staff and police claimed they could remove citizens from publicly accessible state property. The question became simple: who actually understands the law?
There's state property is public property, and this is open to the public. This is not a restricted area, sir.
He's in charge of this property. This is his property. He's in charge of it.
This is his property?
It's just like the post office. Post office is state property, right? But you can be told that you are not allowed in there.
Nope. Absolutely not. They do this for a living, sir. We go to post offices all the time.
I understand.
That's not as.
But just because it's a public place doesn't mean that you can't be told that you can't be.
For what reason?
He asked you.
Doing nothing.
No.
Wait, doing nothing illegal?
He asked you.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. He asked you.
He asked.
Guys, go to the side.
Yeah, he asked.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now, what you're doing is you're trespassing. Okay. I don't want to make this any worse. All right. You guys can do your thing. We don't want to bother you. He just asked you to go to the side.
A couple things. One, can I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, my name. Yep. Officer Nelson. Badge 19071. I'll give you a business card too when we're done talking. Okay.
And mine's Officer Hayes. I'm 17060.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay.
I think what we're doing is pretty reasonable.
Oh, it's completely unreasonable. Because in order to trespass from public property, sir, we have to commit a crime. That's the way the law works. Okay. So you're telling us that they can just ask us to leave and we have to leave? No, that's completely not true, sir.
That's fine.
And a post office, this public property is public property, and this is open to the public. Now, this is a restricted area. Like, I obviously can't go behind that fence and record or go back there, period, because that's a restricted area. This is open to the public. It says visitor parking right there.
Yep.
So we are absolutely allowed to be in here.
You can also be told that you can't be here by an employee of the state.
For any reason?
Lieutenant here.
We have to break the law first.
You don't have to break it.
Can you show me a statute?
I don't have the statute in my hand.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Can you look it up or call a sergeant over here, maybe?
We're not going to bother the sergeant with this.
Can we get it? We're requesting a supervisor.
We got a lieutenant right here.
We're requesting a supervisor, sir.
Okay, I'm not going to bother those.
You have to. When your policy, sir, when we request a supervisor,
you can call him.
You have to.
You can call him. That's fine.
No, I'm telling you to call him, sir. You're the public servant. You're not being reasonable at all. You're trying to violate our rights, sir. We have a right to be here. You're totally violating our rights. You tell us that you're trying to trespass us from public property. That's unacceptable.
State property.
Are you asking
State property is public property, man. Who pays for this? All right,
how is this? Okay,
who pays for
you go to
this?
City Hall, right?
Yep.
State property. You're filming in City Hall.
Yep.
Someone has an issue with it. An employee, right? They can tell you can be in here anymore.
No.
Watch our videos.
No.
All right,
no,
You've seen 100 times.
This kind of stuff all the
100
time. I'm
times.
surprised you guys don't understand this, man.
Usually,
You totally need to get an education, Officer Nelson. That's completely incorrect. That's completely incorrect. So can you get a sergeant out here, please? That's your policy. We're requesting a sergeant.
I'll talk to the sergeant a little bit and see if he wants to come out here. All right. I'm not from this district, so I don't know any sergeant. We're helping this district out now because they have an officer's funeral. So we'd really rather not be dealing with this.
Yeah, we think you should just get back to work, man, because we're not committing a crime. So we're just here doing a story. We already told to Lieutenant Williams why we're here. We're doing a story on mass incarceration. So we're not breaking the law, and you're trying to tell us that you can trespass us for public property. That's totally incorrect, sir.
Okay. We'll have the little proceeding in court if that's what you'd like.
Okay.
For what?
Yeah. I mean,
He's got to get a little bail.
Oh, yeah. This is the guy right here that said that if they ask us to leave, then you have to leave. And he said that we can't record in the post office if they ask us to leave.
It's not what I said.
Yes, it is what you said.
I said the post office can tell you to leave. Just because it's state property doesn't mean you're allowed to be in there doing whatever you want. If the post office says, sir, you have to go, you can be trespassed from the post office. Just because it's state property doesn't make it look.
Are you hearing this, guys? Are you hearing this guy? Wow.
This encounter centers on the distinction between public property and restricted government property. Under the First Amendment, recording from publicly accessible areas is generally protected unless lawful restrictions are narrowly applied. From the officer's perspective, their stated concern involved facility security and controlling access near a correctional institution. From the citizen's perspective, no crime, disruption, or restricted area entry had occurred, making the threat of trespass legally questionable. A key issue is whether government employees can remove someone from a publicly accessible area solely because they are filming. Based on the interaction shown, the citizen earns a grade of A for asserting constitutional rights, while responding officers receive a D for legal understanding and policy application. What standards should govern public photography on government property? Security concerns, constitutional protections, or both?
This guy is unbelievable, man. You shouldn't be a cop if you really believe that. We record post offices like once a week, man. You know what we're doing, bud. You sound like a clown, dude. Another tyrant in a clown suit over there. Look like always telling the police would say.
Hey man, we'll advise your friend as well. You guys are good to film. The warden's request is just be respectful of staff as you ask them questions, and if they don't want to talk, please allow them to be able to leave.
That's what we've been doing.
Don't bother them. Cool. I know. That's what I was saying.
That's all.
You guys are good.
Yeah,
Okay?
you just wanted to straighten some
I
stuff
thought
up.
they could kick us off.
So what happened?
What happened to that?
So, I was just explaining to your friend. You guys are good to film in the parking lot, all that stuff, right? We're not going to do anything. You guys totally have the right to do that. Just the warden's request is just please be respectful to the staff and don't bother them if they're trying to leave, and if they don't want to answer questions and try to get in the cars, please don't, interfere with that at all.
Oh,
right? 'Cause
absolutely.
they're trying to go about their lives and do their stuff.
Well, we don't need the directives, and we were never harassing anyone anyway. So, but we do appreciate at least you telling us that we have the rights. You guys were wrong.
Thank you, gentlemen.
This guy Nelson right here.
Yeah, they're your colleagues, your partners, man.
You on parole probation?
Nothing.
What about you, man? Oh. What you on? Probation? Parole?
Nothing.
Nothing? He's drinking a little bit in the car or what?
Yep.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you hop out for me, partner? Passenger, hop out, talk to my partner. Huh?
For what?
You got an open container alcohol in the car, man. You guys are parked illegally.
How is this illegal? This is my driveway.
You can't be blocking the sidewalk.
I'm not blocking the sidewalk. You can walk. The whole sidewalk is exposed.
You can't block a driveway either. Even
This
if
is
it's
my
your
driveway.
Even if it's your driveway. Don't
So I
matter.
can't park in my own driveway?
You can park in your own driveway, but you
I'm
can't.
parked in my driveway.
If you listen to me, you can't be blocking the ramp, the driveway up to the sidewalk. For people with wheelchairs, if they're parked here and they need to get to the sidewalk, you can't be blocking it like this.
People with wheelchairs would have got in on the corner where the ramp is for them to get on the curb.
That's not for me to decide. I'm saying you can't block the apron of a driveway. That's all I'm saying. You got an open container alcohol in here. I can smell the alcohol in here. You're sitting in a car. Go drink in your house. Go drink in your yard. You're sitting here, you want to drink in a car, I can talk to you.
I ain't saying you can't talk to me.
It's a partner in the passenger seat. Step out, talk to my partner. Since I just explained it to you. What's your name again, man?
Never even asked the first time.
I dealt with you here last time.
I thought you said you never have.
I've never personally talked to you.
I thought, so how you say you have last time if you just said
I
you
came
never
here
have?
last time they pulled you out and you're doing the same thing with the camera.
Yeah, because y'all always come over here with y'all bullshit.
Doing my job, man.
It's not a search, it's a pat down. It doesn't matter.
Hop off for a minute. Hop out the car.
Oh, I didn't hear you. You gotta speak a little louder.
In Los Angeles, California, a routine encounter outside a private residence quickly turned into a dispute over parking laws, detention authority, and allegations of gang profiling. What began as a conversation about a vehicle parked in a driveway soon evolved into a confrontation involving handcuffs, criminal suspicion, and questions about whether assumptions had replaced evidence.
Is the car, set the phone down for me?
Well, I can't hold it like this. It's not a weapon. It's just a phone.
You keep recording, man. I'm just asking you to set the phone down for me.
How I'm gonna set it down and keep recording? I want to ask you that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, set it down and it's still recording, then you pick it back up.
But it won't be recording you patting me.
My camera's
My camera's
recording.
All right, so why can't mine be
Because you
recorded?
put your hands behind your back.
He never asked me to put my hands behind my
I'm
back.
asking you one step.
He
at a
said
time.
put the phone down. All right, there you
Now
go.
that you put the phone down, I'll put your hands behind your back.
Oh my God, you can't do it like this.
Put your hands behind your back.
Y'all just like being extra out. You can pat me however I put my hands.
I'm gonna pat you how I want to pat you. You know what?
Is it necessary for you to put me in cuffs?
I'm not putting you in cuffs.
I'm just asking.
You need to relax.
I'm asking you questions. That don't mean I'm not relaxed. Just because I ask you questions, do that mean I'm not relaxed?
We haven't even got there yet. You hear my
But
cuffs come out?
no, but you asking me,
you
you telling me to calm down. I'm not hype. I'm asking you questions. Questions don't make me hype, do it? Or do my actions make me hype? So wallet. So do questions make me hype, or do the way I act make me hype? Because asking you a question don't make me hype. I can see if I'm moving crazy. That's not. I'm not doing.
I'm not
anything.
telling you to stop resisting. I'm saying calm down.
So why are you saying why I'm so hype? Because I'm not hype.
Because you asked me why I'm handcuffing you.
But that's not hype. That's just a question, right?
You acting too much. Man.
How's that acting? I'm asking a question.
Relax. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all gotta relax. Y'all roll past here. Y'all
You ever
see me
seen Fonzie,
sitting
man?
here. I see a lot of shit, but
ever
I
seen-
am
no, you ever
relaxed.
seen Fonzie?
Look, we ain't finna go there. Let's
know
just
how Fonzie
finish.
is?
I don't give a fuck about Fonzie. Fonzie
Fonzie's
ain't me.
cool.
Fonzie
He's
not
cool
me.
as shit.
Fonzie not me.
You gotta be cool like Fonzie.
Fonzie
man.
not me. Y'all gotta be cool like Fonzie if that's the case. Y'all roll past here jumping out for nothing. Cause I'm parked in my driveway. Nah, y'all just extra. I ain't worried about shit either. But y'all jumping out on us for nothing.
Is your ID in your wallet, man?
Can I give it to you? You already patted me down. You know I don't have no weapons.
Sure, go
Thank
for it.
you.
Go for it,
Thank
man.
you. Yeah, I don't need y'all going all in my pocket. Yeah, because I can do this shit. I don't need to have you go in my pocket when I'm already been patted down. There's no weapons. There's no need for you to go in my pocket, right? All right, that's what I'm saying. So I'm free to sit. Can I lean against my car?
No, can you go stand by your partner?
Yeah, I don't have no party. Like how you sitting like your friends? I don't have no party. You know what? You about the first one. I'll give you that. The rest of your partners be dicks, bro. Serious. Like,
I told you, man. I'm cool like Fonzie.
I mean, no, you told me to be cool like Fonzie. You didn't say you was. No, you never said you was. No, this is the first time you said it. I'm paying attention. And it's on tape.
All right.
Yeah, I know this is the first time you said it. You told me, look, you should be cool like Fonzie. That's what you said.
That is what I said.
See?
That's what I meant.
See? So that means calm
You never
down.
seen Fonzie?
That means calm down, right?
Like an old school phone.
That means calm down for you, right? You see, you told me to calm down. I was asking you a question. Now you telling me you said something you didn't. So now you calm down,
Now you're
right?
putting words in my mouth, homie.
No, you was putting words in your mouth. You said you was cool like Fonzie when you never said that to just now. That's you putting them in your mouth, or is that me? Oh, see? Come on, man. Come on. Ain't nobody slipping out here, man. We chilling in my yard, man. This is considered my yard. Like, y'all tripping because I'm sitting in my own driveway. The curve is clearly unimpeded.
Like I explained to you, the apron.
But I'm not blocking anyone. No one's going to pull in here because this is my driveway. And if anyone, I heard what you said. Let me tell you, look, and if anyone was on a fucking wheelchair, they shouldn't be in the street. They should have got on the curve down there where the wheelchair accessible part is with the yellow fucking stamp on the curve. Right or wrong?
What if this guy was in a wheelchair and that's
But
the only
he's
place
not.
what if that's the only place he could park?
He's not.
But what if he was?
And he wouldn't come up here. This is my driveway where I live.
What if he lives right over there? He wants to park?
Then he could go up there and he still have to
So
go
he
down the
goes-
whole hump. Look at that whole drop. It's a whole curve drop.
So
he wouldn't go this way with no fucking wheelchair. It's a drop right there.
So he'd have to wheelchair.
It's a
through this-
curve. Look, it's a curve right there. Look, go walk right there. You have to step down. It's a few inches drop. And it's a few inches up on the way on out. So if he had a wheelchair, he wouldn't come here. He would pass that up and go up the next ramp, right? Or would he go here? Come on, man. Let's be logical. That wouldn't even make
I understand
sense.
that's logical. I'm letting you know the law. An apron This curb,
That's what it's
this
called, an
slope
apron?
part, this apron of a driveway
Mhm.
cannot be blocked. It's got to be accessible to people with wheelchairs. That's it. It doesn't matter the situation of what bump is where. And
So I,
understand
so I
that what
also
you're saying
couldn't
is
pull in
logical.
my driveway this way either.
Not if you're blocking the sidewalk, because people got to ride on the sidewalk. Like,
Yeah,
either clean out the garage,
crazy.
park in the garage, or
Yeah,
find some curb to
crazy,
park like everybody
man.
else.
That's crazy.
It's a chicken shit reason, but it's a fucking
It's
reason.
bullshit,
All right?
man. Y'all
That you
coming
want
up.
to pull.
I'm keeping it real.
That you want to pull though.
All right, but
It's
look,
still the law.
but look, but because I was sitting right there like that.
bullshit, but
No,
it's
let me
bad.
ask you this though. Because I was sitting right there like that, that's why y'all got here, right? If I was sitting in a legal parking spot right there, y'all done did the same shit. Or y'all sitting in the car. I've had it happen. We was parked right there with a fucking light at the last time y'all was here, and y'all did the same shit. Wasn't nothing illegal. Car wasn't running. We sitting there doing nothing. So what was their reason then?
I don't know. I didn't stop.
You was here though. They
I was here
told you
after the
about
fact.
it,
They didn't
right?
tell
So
me.
they didn't inform you. They didn't debrief you. Didn't tell you nothing about it.
I
You
left
just-
because you were popping off. And
Ah,
everybody
see?
was doing it.
See, that's the
I
bullshit.
didn't want to be dealing with
That's
it.
that bullshit though. Is that not bullshit though? If we parking there in a legal parking spot doing
And y'all
nothing,
did the same
what
shit
is the
y'all
point
just
for y'all
done.
to stop when we sitting right there?
Who was it that stopped you? What
I
was
don't
his name?
give a fuck what their name was. I'm asking you, what was his reason for stopping just because we sitting in the car in a legal parking spot? Because y'all not gonna bother this man in his car when y'all done with us. But if I was sitting right there, y'all done did the same flashlight shit and stopped on me. So y'all gonna bother him next or y'all gonna leave him alone?
He in the Main Street.
I'm not on Main Street. See, now you're assuming. And see, now you're assuming that's profiling. Who said I'm from Main Street? Run my name and tell me if it say that.
That's why I asked you who stopped.
What do my name
Just maybe
say?
they
Do my
know
name
you.
say I'm a Main
Oh,
Streeter?
you want to give me that too?
Do my
I'll
name
take
say
that.
I'm a Main
Evidence.
Streeter?
No.
It doesn't, right?
Our computer doesn't.
No, let me ask you. What do it say? Oh, when you on gang file, it come up when you
I
run
didn't
it.
run you on gang file.
didn't run you on gang
Okay, run me gang file.
Why do you want me to run you on?
Because he just said I'm a Main Streeter. So I want to see if that's what y'all things say or is he profiling me? Can you run it, please? Please, do me a favor, run
I
it.
wish I could, but
Oh.
I don't have access to it.
Oh, so how do y'all have access to it any other time when y'all can say, oh, you're on gang file?
I don't have access.
So who has access?
I do. You want me to go
Can
run
you
it?
run it?
I don't want to.
Oh, see?
want
That's
me-
the bullshit. See, because you just profiled me saying I'm a Main Streeter, but you won't run it.
Legally, this encounter touches on the Fourth Amendment, which protects individuals against unreasonable searches and seizures. Officers appeared to investigate potential violations involving parking regulations and possible alcohol consumption in a vehicle. From the officer's perspective, those observations may justify initial contact and questioning. From the citizen's perspective, being parked on private property, repeatedly questioning the legal basis for detention, and later facing references to gang affiliation raise concerns about whether reasonable suspicion was supported by objective facts. A key issue is whether assumptions about a person's background can influence enforcement decisions without verifiable evidence. Based solely on the footage shown, the citizen receives a B+ for calmly challenging official assertions, while responding officers receive a C because the legal basis for continued detention remains unclear. Should law enforcement rely on behavioral evidence alone, or can prior perceptions legitimately influence investigative decisions?
To prove it or not.
Rewind a little bit. Roll it back.
Okay.
I asked you, who was it that stopped you?
I said, I don't know. I got all their names that
Did
was
they-
here that night.
did they
I
know
don't know
you?
which. No.
Did they know you?
They know my
they
face.
had-
They know
they
my
know you?
face. No, they don't know him either. They know our faces. To know someone, you have to be with them and
Look,
hang out. They don't know us.
I don't
They
work-
know of us. It's a
Where you
difference.
from? 108?
Yeah.
It's a difference, though.
You is from around here, from 108.
I work 77, man.
He just asked you if you from 108. You said yeah. Now you
I
say
am.
you work 77. Come on, which one is it? He just asked you that blatantly. He said, "Are you 108?" You said, "Yeah."
Today
I
am.
work 77.
I worked.
How are you today?
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Corporal Shradd at the Greer Police Department. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay. Is there any reason why you're videotaping it? Just curious. You're not in any kind of trouble. There's nothing here other than we got called and told that you were walking around the parking lot. So, any particular reason for it? No, you're not going to answer. So we're just going to have a stare off because I'm recording you and you're recording me. Is that what we're going to do? Do you have your ID on you?
In June 2016, outside the Greer Police Department in South Carolina, a First Amendment auditor was recording in public when officers approached and began asking questions. What started as a simple conversation quickly turned into a debate over reasonable suspicion, ID demands, and whether refusing to answer police questions can justify further detention.
Probably done anything wrong.
Well, you're recording a suspicious activity, which puts this into a category of suspicious activity, which means that Terry versus Ohio, I can detain you until I can determine or deny that there's no criminal
Terry
activity.
v. Ohio says suspicious activity is not enough for reasonable cause for ID.
There's already a call on it, so yes.
So suspicious activity, is that a felony or misdemeanor?
That's a misdemeanor.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
And I can't believe you just sat here and lied.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your ID.
Can you call your supervisor to the scene?
I am a supervisor.
I need another one.
Okay.
I need a lieutenant or somebody else. Actually, I'll go and do this type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I'm just curious.
I mean, hey.
Criminal activity, there's nothing to worry about.
So why are you asking for my ID then?
Because you're not answering me, and when you're not answering me.
Legally, this encounter centers on the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, and the standard established by the Supreme Court case Terry v. Ohio. Terry allows officers to briefly detain a person when they possess reasonable, articulable suspicion that criminal activity may be occurring. From the officer's perspective, filming near a police facility while refusing to answer questions may have appeared unusual and justified further inquiry. From the citizen's perspective, public photography is generally protected under the First Amendment, and exercising the right to remain silent does not automatically create reasonable suspicion. The key legal question is whether lawful filming and silence can be transformed into grounds for demanding identification. Based solely on the footage shown, the citizen receives a B+ for calmly asserting constitutional protections, while the officer receives a C- because the stated basis for suspicion appears tied primarily to protected conduct rather than specific evidence of criminal activity. Should silence ever be treated as evidence, or should constitutional rights remain neutral factors in police decision-making?
How do I know you're going to film this parking lot to come shoot it up?
It's called the Fifth Amendment, right? It's suspicious, a felony or misdemeanor.
Hey, sir. Again.
Name, badge number?
Sergeant Forrester, 301.
All right, how you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
Well, he contacted me, wanted my ID for no reason, so I need a supervisor to let him know that, without any crime being committed, I don't have to present my ID.
Well, he actually got a call on you.
Well, what crime have I committed?
3 encounters, 3 different agencies, yet the same question appears every time. Where does legitimate authority end, and where do constitutional rights begin? Whether it involved threats of trespass on public property, detention in a private driveway, or demands for identification based on silence alone, each encounter highlights the ongoing tension between government power and individual liberty. Now we want to hear from you. Which interaction raised the biggest legal concern? Were the officials acting within policy, or did they overstep their authority? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation with viewers interested in First Amendment audits, ID refusal, reasonable suspicion, and police accountability. If you enjoyed this legal breakdown, subscribe to Tyrant Cop Files, turn on notifications, and click the next video on your screen. The next case may involve an even bigger constitutional question, a more controversial detention, or a lesson every citizen should know before their next encounter with law enforcement.